Welcome to my channel, Looking for a Sign. I'm SJ, and you guys know you're my ears and eyes. So today we are going to be doing two things, okay? This is going to be a sneak peek at kind of what some of the readings look like on my Patreon account, okay? So we are going to do the overall energy for the earth signs, and then I am going to separate them with timestamps per zodiac sign, okay? As always, I always pull the overall energy, okay? And that's what you're seeing here in this spread, okay? I am also going to be using my deck that I created. It's the last week for pre-orders. This is my Intuitive Truth Oracle deck. It is tarot size, so it is it fits right in your hand. It is also very durable, long-lasting, okay? And I absolutely love this deck. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by clicking on my website. If you would like a mini reading because you don't really want a full reading, you could do so by clicking on my Esty Shop. Okay? All right. So this is like what's standing in the way of your abundance / what do you need to heal? Okay? So for the overall energy, we have present power. All right? We have decrease. And we have optimism. We have deception at the bottom of this deck. All right, so this particular reading is to help you, okay? Because I am also a life coach, so part of what I do is me as a life coach, what I like to do is help people work through the blockages and things in their life so that they can like live their best life. They can bring in the most abundance, okay? So this is going to kind of highlight how you may be in your own way or what exactly is in your life right now that is kind of blocking the abundance that you can see, that you may see or feel for yourself, okay? All right, so as far as overall energy, with present power, I'm really getting a strong energy that you guys, you're giving your power away. You're not standing in your power. Here with decrease, you may have certain cycles in your life or certain connections or certain friendships that are ending, or you may feel like they're changing. But again, do you see how the hand there has water? And do you see how the water is like nourishing the dirt below it? And you guys are earth signs. So here with decrease, I'm literally picking up some of you guys. A lot of things in your life are happening right now because you guys aren't healing yourself. Water is healing to dirt, right? And what I mean by healing, it nourishes it. So I'm really picking up a strong energy that there's a lot of you guys in your own way, but you don't realize you're in your own way. Like this person, they probably grabbed that handful of water wanting to take it somewhere else, not even realizing that the water that's slipping from their hands is what's nourishing the dirt, right? So you may not even realize that certain things that are happening in your life, you have every bit to control, and it's not everybody else. Here with optimism, that's a bright future. So I feel like you guys see that you guys have a bright future, or you can feel like you have a bright future, but it just isn't coming in. I'm also getting jealousy vibes too. I really feel like you guys are very strong manifestors. And that's why with deception being the overall energy, I feel like in this group, for the ones that low-key connect with this, there's not an energy here like you guys are bad people that resonate in this group. But I don't think some of you guys realize that the energy that you're putting out is the energy that you're getting back. It's not that, it is that, some of you guys are just connected to people who are jealous of you and don't have your best interests at heart. But I don't think you guys realize where you may be putting that energy out, and that's why you're getting that energy back. Okay? So we're going to start with Virgos first. So Virgo. All right, Virgo. So let's see. Oh, codependency is on the bottom of the deck. So remember we said in the overall energy that present power is about where you're giving your power away, right? Here with enjoying the single life and toxic traits or bad behavior. When you think of somebody enjoying their single life, we normally think of somebody who is independent, somebody who is successful, who is actually living their best life, right? So you guys may be single, or you guys may be seeing someone who has recently become single, okay? And here with toxic traits, we're going to clarify these, but here with toxic traits or behavior, you guys, okay, the way Spirit's making me feel. So maybe, okay, the way that Spirit is making me feel, these toxic traits and behaviors are really childhood wounds or childhood triggers that have not been healed, okay? You guys could see somebody enjoying their single life. You could see somebody actually getting their manifestations. They could be graduating from college if they've always wanted to go to college. You know, they could be buying their first house. They could be, you know, just paid off, you know, their car and they're celebrating it, or just some type of achievement or some type of success that they are maybe excited about and posting about. But here with toxic traits and behavior, it's almost like you are finding it difficult to be happy, or you're finding it difficult to sincerely be excited for this person. Here with present power, it's because you're giving your power away. How are you giving your power away? Because in reality, there's this feeling of something about this dynamic is reminding you of where there's lack in your life, okay? So maybe as a child, you may have seen other people have a family dynamic that you felt that you deserved, or you may have seen other, you know, kids or something receive things, like maybe at 16, you saw people getting, you know, like their first car, and they may not have done anything for it, while you may have been working 3 jobs and, you know, your parents would have never gotten you a car, or whatever the case may be. It's just this feeling of like, I deserve that too, and how come I don't have it? So in that regard, you're not taking accountability for the fact that if you are in a lack mentality, you're creating lack in your life. And if you're seeing someone who has abundance in their life and you low-key feel jealous of that or feel some type of way about that, you're attracting that. So you may have people in your life that you feel are not happy for you when you're successful. Or you may feel like, you know, like even though that's my cousin, even though that's my, I don't know, brother, you know, I feel like they're jealous every time something good happens to me. But in reality, it's because there may be certain people in your life you low-key feel that way about, and you're bringing that energy, you're putting that energy out, and it's coming back to you. I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out. There is a strong energy here of some of you guys have childhood triggers that you have not healed, and you are taking it out on other people. And what do I mean by that? If you have, let's just say, a coworker, okay? So if you have a coworker and this coworker has never done you grimy, has never thrown you under the bus, has never, you know, not had your back. It's like the first time that you see that coworker in the, like in your supervisor's office, it's like your first thought is like, okay, bet. Like I see now that, you know, that person's a snitch. I know they're in there talking about me. And that person's not even talking about you. And so when they come back in, you're acting differently with them. And they're like thinking to themselves, like, why is Virgo placement acting weird towards me? Y'all may not have a conversation because nobody wants to confrontation, or nobody wants to argue. And then you internalize that as, see, I knew it. This person's acting weird towards me because they went into the supervisor's office and they probably said something about me being late or told some of my business. That's why I don't deal with them. When in reality, it had nothing to do with you. You just were triggered because you've dealt with people like that in the past. You didn't heal that wound, and now you're bleeding on to someone who truly had your back. People aren't going to deal with you taking your triggers out on them all the time. You see what I'm saying? If that person has always had your back, never given, like you could never say this person's never had my back. This person, you know, has never told my business. This person has never done that. And then you turn around and just assume that that's why they're moving that way because they're in the supervisor's office, but you never asked them why they were in the supervisor's office. Maybe it was something about them. Maybe they had to take time off. Everything's not about you, right? And so if that's the way that you're internalizing that, that's a you issue and you're bleeding that onto other people. I hope that makes sense. Because that's the way Spirit is having it come through. And so in reality, what's happening, and that's where we're coming down to decrease, because it's cycle at the top, right? Decrease is there. Decrease is cycles that are ending, or you just feel like, again, lack is in your life. You feel like you're not getting your just dues. Everybody else is getting what's coming to them, but I'm not getting what's coming to me. There's this mentality of like, that's not fair. So for this one, we have non-committal, lessons learned, no second chances. With this, with non-committal, okay, and decrease, there may be endings or there may be some type of lack in your life. With non-committal, there may be some type of manifestation or some project that's not coming through because you're not committed into putting in the work. So again, it goes back here. You may be seeing a lot of people coming into manifestations lately, or a lot of people, like I said, graduating, buying new cars, buying new houses, and you are really in your feels about it. And if that's the case, it's literally a reflection of where you need to work, because that's how that works, right? When we get triggered about something, it's really a mirror of what we need to heal. And Spirit is trying to show you the areas that you're triggered the most in other people when it comes to their successes, when it comes to their hard work. It is because they're being committed to those goals and to those dreams, right? If you're not committed, you can't be upset with the rewards you didn't get with the work you didn't do, right? Here with lesson learned, no second chances, this is basically Spirit's way of saying like, but you know this already. So there's this energy of feeling some type of way because a lot of you may already know where you're not committed to certain goals or certain dreams. You're not putting in the work, or you should be focused okay, so this is just an example. Let's just say you've been trying to get promoted at work, but you're not putting in the focus at work. Let's just say that you just got divorced like last month. So like you're really into like dating sites and dating and all that stuff. So Spirit is pretty much saying like, if your focus is in dating, then that's where you should expect to see change and abundance, right? Not at work. So if you don't get passed over for this promotion, you really can't be mad when there were other people putting in the work when you were on dating sites sort of thing. You see what I'm saying? Like this is Spirit's way of saying like, but you knew this already. Whatever project or whatever goals or whatever manifestations that you have going on, you can't manifest something without a sacrifice, right? Because when you're talking about manifestation, it's all about duality. Even if it's just you showing up for yourself, right? Let's just say it's a morning meditation. Nobody has to know that you're doing morning meditation, but you and God. But that's God, that you're showing God, listen, I'm willing to show up every day, put in the work to manifest and meditate, to start my day in a good way because I want to start my day in a positive light. Right? Nobody has to know that you're doing that but you and God. But it's showing you, God, the universe, your ancestors, I'm willing to show up for myself every day. You don't even have to put that on social media. Right? But that's still a sacrifice. Look, I'm willing to manifest, I don't know, a house. And I am willing to change my lack mentality through meditating every day. So I'm going to wake up early enough to meditate every day to get my mind right so that I'm not going throughout the day in a lack mentality. That's still a sacrifice, right? So Spirit is saying here with some of y'all, you guys are manifesting and you're strong manifestors, but you guys are not sacrificing anything. You're just waiting for it to come in, whether it's a job, whether it's a house, whether it's a car, whether it's a project, whether it's some level of success. But Spirit is saying, but you knew that already. And in some cases, Spirit is showing me where certain manifestations you had been given in the past without you having to really sacrifice much. And you weren't able to keep it because you weren't able to stay committed to what you needed to do to keep that sort of thing, right? All right. So why is optimism here? right. Remember, bad or good, reaping what you sow. That can be bad or good, okay? I feel like overall, like I said before, you guys are amazing. And this isn't necessarily bad. It's not bad at all. It's literally spirit just saying, these are the areas, because some of y'all have been asking, why does this keep happening for everyone else, but it's not happening for me? Remember, optimism talks about a bright future. You guys know your future is bright, but you don't understand why things aren't coming in. Cheater, liar. But it also came out with incoming call tag. This right here is my communication card. So some of y'all may be dealing with a friend, a family member, a spouse, whoever, okay? That here, with my optimism, like I said, that's my bright future card. Y'all may be telling this person, you know, that I'm proud of you, or, you know, like you could be telling, like, let's just say like an ex, okay? Your ex may be getting married and you're like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. Spirit is like, you're not being honest. You're not being genuine. So you can't get upset when there are people in your life that communicate with you in a way that's not honest and not genuine, right? So it doesn't have to be an ex getting married. This could be anybody around you that may be coming into something, some type of bright future, some type of success, some type of positivity. And spirit is like, you're communicating to them and you're not being genuine. Like you may be saying, oh, congratulations. But here's the thing, right? The energy we put out is the energy that we receive back, right? So if you're telling somebody like, oh, congratulations, I'm so happy for you. If they can feel that energy is not genuine and not true, you can't be surprised when they mirror that energy back to you. If they can tell that you're not sincere and they're like, oh, thanks. And then you don't hear from them anymore, or they like block you or something like that. And you're like, oh, what's their problem? But in real life, that's the energy that you put out. So that's the energy you're receiving back, right? Also, it came out with clingy and controlling. The only reason why some of you guys are lying or not being, it's not even lying, it's just like not being genuine with the communication when you communicate with this person or these people, is because you feel like you want to stay in control of the situation. It's like, I don't want this person to know I low-key feel this way. Or maybe you're like, you know what? Let me figure out why I feel this way, because this is my friend, or this is, you know, my cousin, you know, and we are so close. Why do I feel jealous? Or why do I feel some type of way that they're getting married, or that they're buying a new house, or that all the success is coming in for them? Some of you, I legit feel like you're only trying to control the narrative right now because you're trying to figure out why you feel this way. But that's why you feel this way. Some of you guys are literally taking out triggers on people that legit have your back. And people are only going to deal with that for so long before they're like, you know what? I can't keep dealing with somebody that is jealous of my success, or every time that I get a promotion or whatever. So the other thing with controlling and clingy, there's also this energy here of wanting to be checked on, or wanting to be seen in high regard, but you're not checking on the other person, or you may not see the other person in a high regard. Like everybody is dealing with something. Everybody is, I mean, most people, you know, are trying to be optimistic about their future. They're trying to, you know, do good things in their life, you know. Everything's not always about you. And like for the ones I'm talking to, that keeps coming out. Like I don't mean to keep saying that, but just spirit keeps saying everything's not about you. Just because you're going through something doesn't mean that the rest of the world is not. So you may have people that you're like, you know, with the controlling and clingy card, you've already made up in your mind, oh, this person ain't checking on me because they don't care about me. Well, you know what? I'm not dealing with them anymore. That's a trigger that you're taking out on them, because meanwhile, they could be going through their own struggles and going through their own stuff, and they're just trying to survive. But you wouldn't know that because you didn't check on them either. You see what I'm saying? So spirit is like, you're being controlling and clingy, and that's the energy you're putting out, and that's why you're getting that energy back in. Remember? And we have deception at the bottom of the deck. So there's a lot of denial and I just feel a lot of triggered energy. You guys are triggered by something in your past and you are taking it out on people that really fuck with you. Excuse my language. And people are only going to deal with that for so long, especially if they have their own stuff going on in the background, right? Okay. So that's enough of that, Spirit. Like, whew. This is going to get intense. Okay. So next up, we have Capricorn placements. That is... Ooh. All right, Capricorns. So let's find out what you need to heal or what is blocking your abundance right now. What is blocking your abundance right now that you need to heal? Okay, so this is more like a shadow work sort of reading. Ooh-wee. All right. Let's see. What shadow work is blocking your abundance right now, Capricorn placements? All right, Capricorn placements. Why is present power here? Oh. All right. So present power, okay? That's about not giving up your power, taking your power back. Here with closure, okay, so you guys see closure is in reverse. Karma's at play is in reverse. This is the energy of there may be something that's over in your life, or there may be something that is done and over with, but you may not be happy with the way that it ended. Like it's over, done with. Now this could be a job. This could be, cause listen, this is a no judgment zone. But for some of you, you may have just gotten in a connection or just got married and really expected to spend a year in newlywed phase, getting to know each other, and just found out you're pregnant. And it's not that you're sad about it, but it's like you're having a hard time finding the positive in it. So it's like, this isn't going the way I want it to go. Instead of finding the positive in this, I've completely given up my power to this. So I'm completely like, it didn't go the way I wanted to go. There's nothing I could do about it. And I'm like, I'm over it, right? Karma at play. Karma at play is in the reverse because some of you guys feel like it's karma or that the reason why some things are happening to you is because of karma. But meanwhile, it has nothing to do with karma. It's because you've been willingly giving up your power, right? Just because something doesn't go your way doesn't mean that it's not going your way. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to explain it. Like, for example, we'll use a breakup, for example. If you're going through a breakup, let's just say you thought you were going to be with somebody forever, and then they leave you for someone else, and it may seem like right now everything is going great. And you're like, this didn't end the way that I wanted it to end. Why is karma coming for me when it should have came for that person? And Spirit's like, actually, the fact that this person left you and is dealing with someone else was really about your protection. This didn't end the way you wanted it to end because we don't want, like, whatever we have in store for you is going to be so amazing and so awesome. If you and this person had ended the way you wanted to on such good terms, they would have felt like they could come back in and interfere with that. We're trying to make sure that this thing is done and over with so that you don't have any reasons for this person to come back into the situation. And that's not karma. That's literally like for your protection. So this is a lesson in you taking your power back because what we have in store for you, this person is going to come back, or, you know, that job is going to wish they never let you go and reach back out to you. But what we have for you is so awesome. We need for you to stand in your power and be like, nah, I'm good. Right? All right. So why is decrease here? All right, why is decrease here? Ooh. I can't make this up. Do you see this? Rejection is God's protection. I can tell y'all right now, this is going to be a theme in this daggone reading, okay? So we have decrease. Decrease speaks of a lack mentality. the ending of cycles, the ending of like relationships and things, right? Money may not be coming in. Projects aren't getting done. What you expected to happen in something is the complete opposite. And you may be feeling like all these things are leaving your life and be in a lack mentality. You're trying to control how things leave your life. That's an abandonment issue. With new beginnings, you're having these new beginnings because rejection is God's protection. What you thought you wanted, Spirit is like, listen, y'all have been putting in this hard work and we have something so much better for you. But we need you to release control and surrender having to know what happens every single second and accept that you are on a divine purpose. You cannot expect to have new beginnings that are extremely abundant if you're in a lack mentality. And I know some people are going to say, well, that's hard. How do you change that? I always tell my clients, when you start thinking negatively about anything, whether it's a person or a situation, as soon as you realize you're thinking negatively, start listing what you're grateful for. Why? Because one, gratitude is the highest frequency, okay? And number two, if you start listing things you're grateful for, if you are in a lack mentality over a person, because let's say they left you or whatever, I guarantee you that person's not going to be on that list of things you're grateful for. And that immediately takes your energy from thinking about that person and on that person to the things that make you happy and that you're grateful for. Let's say it's a job, okay? If you're stressed out about a job or stressed out about money, lack of money, and you start thinking about the things that you're grateful for, you're going to, number one, remember gratitude is the highest frequency. But number two, what you think about, you attract. So if you're doing this every time you're in like a negative mindset, you're going to start attracting things to be grateful for, because that's how that works. The energy you put out is the energy that you receive back, right? So again, it's going to take you off of this lack mentality and put you in a more gratitude type of mindset. For example, if you like focus, man, I really need to go to the gym. I need to stop eating all unhealthy. And then you start listing things you're grateful for. I'm grateful for a body that can move. I'm grateful that I don't have diabetes like, a family member. Or I'm grateful, that I have a job that I work late in the morning, so I have a chance to go to the gym. It will humble you if you are in this like really like crying over spilt milk energy. It really humbles you. And a lot of times it's going to give you the motivation, sometimes, not all the time, to kind of change your perspective on things, right? And that's what we want. All right. Why is optimism here for my Capricorn? I thought I saw something flip over. No? Okay. Oops. Optimism, a bright future. This is why some of these things that are coming into your life right now are happening. It is Spirit's way of trying to change your perspective. Because when you guys are in your comfort zone, you are unbothered. When your bank account is good, you have money flowing in, your family is straight, your family is good, you're not really motivated out of that comfort zone. You want this new bright future. You have things in your life that you're waiting to have come rushing in for you. But you got to move out this comfort zone. How do you move out of comfort zone? Something comes in to disturb your comfort. Third party involved. Now, third party doesn't have to be a person, but for some of you guys, because it came up here, this could be a connection. So you could have been in a toxic connection that you needed to remove yourself from in order to have more optimism in your life, in your love life, right? Optimism with this deck also represents new beginnings or a brighter future. In order to have the brighter future that you can't stop thinking about, you had to get out of this toxic connection because you wasn't going to find it here. So this person may have left you for a third party, okay? But third parties don't have to be people. They could be jobs. They could be friends. They could be, that sort of thing, okay? So for some of you guys, You guys had no real motivation to look for a job or to go back to school or to, what else? Start that business, okay? Because you were so comfortable and you knew that you wanted more. You could feel that there was more for you, but you weren't motivated. Third party came in. There could have been, they could have been letting people go at work. There could have been something that happened at work that caused you to get fired or, you know, just whatever, okay? But this came in this happened for you, not to you. So your mentality, because remember, the overall energy here is deception. Meaning that right now, the shadow work that you need to do is start seeing things that are happening to you as more of this is happening for me, rather this is happening to me. I need to change my mind frame from lack mentality to more of an abundant mentality. This isn't ending so that I can have less. This is ending so that I can make room for more, right? It's about seeing the glass half full rather than half empty. Getting out of a pessimistic mindset every time something happens. Okay? Okay. And lastly, we have Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's find out what shadow work needs to be done because it is stopping your abundance. All right, Taurus. So, looks like somebody came in and turned my... Okay. So we have present power. That's about somewhere in your life where you are like giving up your power. All right. We have considering options and incoming text, DM, whatever. Okay. So this could be a person. Okay. This could be a person that you may be considering your options with them. Or you're considering reaching out or considering some type of communication. All right. Lesson learned and no second chances in reverse. So, rather this is a connection with that is romantic or platonic or with a friend. Okay. There is something that you guys are still, there's this energy of, I know this isn't working right now, so instead of letting it be what it is, I'm still going to figure out a way to make it work. So that is a controlling energy. So the shadow work that comes with present power is that you're giving up your power. You need to take your power back. Okay, how you take your power back is by surrendering whatever connection this is, letting it be what it is. Okay. For some of you guys, this looks like you guys are trying to find a way to contact someone. Like how you know, this person blocked me on their phone and they done blocked me on all their social medias, but I need to figure out, maybe I should make up a fake profile or something and figure out a way to communicate with them. They want to be left alone. Leave them be. Or this is someone that you guys have blocked, but you're considering ways, I don't mean to laugh, but it's like you guys are considering ways, how can I unblock this person, but make it seem like I didn't unblock them, or, you know, make it seem innocent, because you haven't learned the lesson. You can't control this situation. If you keep trying to figure out a way to make this situation work for you in the way that you want it to work, it's going to continue to block your abundance. The situation ended for a reason. There's a certain level of abundance or a certain abundance that's trying to come through, but it absolutely cannot if you are still trying to figure out a way to make something work that's dead and gone. Or even if it's not gone, it may be something that's supposed to end right now at the moment, but you're not letting it be what it is, right? So decrease? Yes, all right, why is increase here, Spirit? For Taurus. Why is increase here? Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Good Lord. So a lot of activity on that one. Sorry. So here a decrease. All right, that's like a lack mentality. So this could be a lack mentality when it comes to money, when it comes to relationships, okay? Because you see, we have cycle at the top. So there's a cycle that's ending or that has ended, okay? We have non-committal in the reverse. I don't mean to laugh because it's not that it's funny at all. It's not that it's funny. I'm not laughing at you guys. There's just this energy of something has ended, but with non-committal, it's like you guys want to control how this ends. There is a strong energy here of needing to work on releasing control. Like you guys are very much committed to having this, like it's like you're okay with it ending, but you're not okay with it ending the way, like going with the flow of it. It's like I'm okay with it ending, but I need it to end the way that I want it to end. Here with twin flame, oh, you could be dealing with your twin flame. If it's not with a twin flame, or you don't believe in twin flames, this is just someone who is the one. Okay, so this could be somebody you were married to or somebody that you were in a committed relationship for a long time. This is definitely something that is over. But maybe this is someone who did you dirty and it seems like life is going great for them and you have such a problem with that. It's putting you in a lack mentality. Lesson not learned. You haven't learned that you can only control yourself. You can't control other people. If something is ended, it doesn't matter how it ended. It's the fact that it ended. The only thing that you can take from that is what you learned so that you don't put yourself in that situation again. And just because somebody seems like they're living the dream or that everything is going so great for them on social media, we all know that that is not a good representation of what's really going on in someone's life. We see celebrities all the time that it seems like everything is going great with them, and then it's like, you know, a week later it's like they're separated or there's like a tell-all book and it's like, wow, I didn't know all that was going on. Optimism. Nice optimism here for Taurus person. Ooh, nice optimism here for Taurus person. Nice optimism here for Taurus person. Oh. Optimism, that's literally like positive thinking, trying to find the best in the situation, but this card also represents bright future. So you guys may be having money problems right now and having a hard time staying optimistic. Like literally, like who wouldn't be having a hard time if they were having money problems staying optimistic, right? But Spirit is saying, again, you can only control yourself. This feels like strong, like stocks and bonds. Like it's like, or it doesn't have to be, but you lost money doing something that you could not control. Or like you had your money invested into something or tied up in something that you couldn't control the loss. Because you may have done this or invested in this because it was something that was supposed to bring a bright future. I don't know why, but I'm hearing Airbnb for some of you guys. So you guys may have got an Airbnb and then realized that this place was trash and you needed to, put in more money to fix it up than, you would have. should you done more research on it, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But comfort zone and toxic traits and behavior. This isn't, these money problems are not happening as a punishment or anything like that. It's happening to push you out your comfort zone, because you know nothing ever grows inside of a comfort zone. When we're comfortable and we're chilling, it's really hard to make the changes that we need to make. So it is in those comfort zones that we may not realize that we have toxic traits or behaviors that are tied to things like our future, like our money. But as soon as we have money problems, it takes us out of our comfort zone, and we're able to see where maybe we could save money, or maybe we could have done more research, right? Because the only thing you can control is yourself. So if this was, let's just say the Airbnb, let's just say that you took somebody's word that it was a good place or a good spot because you're just getting into this and you don't know about that kind of stuff. This didn't happen to you, it happened for you. So now you know. I don't need to take anybody else's word. I need to inspect it myself. These are the things that, had I known this beforehand, that I should have checked so that this doesn't happen again, right? I really feel like you guys are absolutely right, that you guys do have a bright future coming in and awesome things coming in for you. But this is just Spirit's way of letting you guys know that this is the shadow work that needs to be healed so that you guys can heal these things and continue having an abundant 2022, okay? So that is all I have for you guys. Sorry if you guys hear the kids downstairs. But now that my album is out, it is my motivational album, Ask the Universe About Me. The details are down below. It's available on all streaming services. Now that that's over, I have more time to post. So I do post daily. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time that I post a reading. If you like this sort of reading, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.